Yes. In talking with Leanne, what was it, a couple weeks ago? We were actually discussing how the song is about a toxic relationship. You know, I hate everything about you, why do I love you? It's that cycle of, you know, wanting to stay together but wanting to leave because it's toxic, but also not being able to get away. So also about codependence, which is basically someone who has an excessive emotional or psychological reliance on a partner, usually someone who requires support on account of illness or addiction. And disclaimer, it does not have to be romantic or sexual or anything like that. It can be any type of relationship. The person may also feel worthless unless needed by the person enabling them, only happy when making extreme sacrifices for someone, no interest or identity or values outside of the relationship. One person feels their needs or desires are unimportant and won't express any of them. Any of this sounding familiar to anyone? And they may even have difficulty recognizing their own needs and feelings. Now, all this being said, how many people have felt codependent on the church at any point in their lives? And by this, it can look like you look to the church for love and acceptance at the cost of your identity or sexuality. You feel ashamed, or I heard that. I quacked while reading this and getting the message. You feel ashamed, dirty, or broken when you don't fit the mold or live up to their expectations. You only feel satisfied when denying the truth about yourselves or your wrong feelings, like anger. Growing up conservative Baptist, you know, you can't get mad at God, you can't get angry, you know, you just need to let go and forgive like that, even though that's not how it happens, but I digress. Yeah. And then you have no interest outside of what the church deems appropriate. Like in my instance, didn't listen to anything except gospel and Motown music until like 8th grade. So I was incredibly sheltered. Yeah, going to public high school was fun. And then maybe we feel we can't speak about our own needs or feelings because we're making sacrifices for God or others and should always be joyful, you know, or a smile. Nothing's wrong, you know. You ask how you're doing, you know, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored.
It's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
You know, Jesus is alive, I'm alive. Let's go.
I love it. Yeah.
But with that, it's a vicious cycle, and you hate it, but you also feel you can't break out of it due to a weird toxic comfort. It's familiar, it's comfortable, and at least for now, you're accepted, you're not rocking the boat or anything. Everything's fine, except it's not. Now, does anyone want to get out their Bibles and read John 10 for me?
You can.
Maybe if I don't have it.
Make y'all do a little work.
Mm-hmm. Participation.
John 10
I
what?
wonder where you got
10.
that from.
John 10?
John 10, 1 through 10.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
got what from?
Making people participate.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
Where are you, John?
Okay, Chuck, go ahead.
I assure you that whoever doesn't enter into the sheep pen through the gate but climbs over the wall is a thief and an outlaw. The one who enters through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The guard at the gate opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. Whenever he has gathered all of his sheep, he goes before them and they follow him because they know his voice. They won't follow a stranger, but will run away because they don't know the stranger's voice. Those who heard Jesus use this analogy didn't understand what he was saying. So Jesus spoke again. I assure you that I am the gate of the sheep. All who come before me were thieves and outlaws, but the sheep didn't listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief enters only to steal, kill, and destroy. I came so that they could have life, indeed, so that they could live life to the fullest.
Okay. So, based off of that, a lot of things can come to attack your peace and destroy your sense of self, self-worth, even voices within the church. And that kills us inwardly. Jesus came to change all that. And he doesn't barge in. He just opens the door for us to walk through at our own time when we're ready. Or, you know, he's far to kick us down forever. Whichever comes first. And note that the gate was wide enough so that the sheep could walk through. The shepherd didn't make them do anything extra to get in or out. With Jesus, you don't have to keep trying to fit a mold that wasn't made for you or try to keep living a life that doesn't work for you. Man-made molds are hard to fit anyone perfectly, but the mold God makes fits perfectly for you and only you. You matter just as you are. You don't have to lose yourself to get closer to God. And if anything, that's where you find yourself, in getting closer to God. Now, we're all here, so kind of assuming that we've walked away from church toxicity, but as we all know, that takes years of undoing, or months, or however long it needs to. But wherever you are, know that you can walk away from that toxic cycle. You can be as you are, feel as you feel, and express how you express. Just go to Jesus honestly and let him do the work. The end.